Assalamualaikum. My name is Siti Norina binti Muhammad Saimi, and I would like to present about my agreement one, which is about the protecting the domestic travel sector. So basically, this is about the agreement to present about the regarding the challenge confronting Malaysian tourism industry and the potential use of the protectionism as a solution. It began by highlighting the significance of the tourism. Uh, However, it also acknowledged the vulnerability of Malaysian tourism industry, particularly in the face of shifting consumer preference toward cheaper destinations like Indonesia and Thailand. So, this protectionism is the form of to imposing tariff or quotas on international tourism service. It may be necessary to safeguard domestic company and job within the tourism sector. It also point out the factors such as currency fluctuation and affordability issue to contribute to Malaysian option for a cheaper destination. Thereby, because of this trade, this also can give a financial sustainability of the local tourism industry and reducing job opportunities, especially to the local peoples. So, to address the challenge, proactive measures are proposed to including lowering tax and fee and promoting to competitive pricing for a regional tourism offer. This protectionism to emphasize the importance of such measure in ensuring the long-term prosperity and health of Malaysian tourism sector. However, it also acknowledged the potential drawback of protectionist measure. It warned that such measure could provoke retaliation from other nations and disrupt international trade, which could ultimately harm to Malaysian tourism sector. Therefore, the essay underscored the necessity of carefully to balancing protectionism with the promoting competitiveness to ensure the industry sustain success. So in summary, it also this protectionism provide a comprehensive overview of the argument to present in this essay, and also touch the challenge faced by Malaysian tourism industry and the proposed solution and the potential implication of the protectionist measure. I think that's all from me. Thank you.
So hi, my name is Alif Hakim Esman. So I will present about argument 2, safeguarding national security. So today I will be discussing the role of protectionism in safeguarding national security across the agreement that many countries use to justify trade barriers and restriction. National security is paramount, and nations often take measures that ensure that critical industry remain resilient and autonomous. So for the key example, is United States steel industry. So the United States has imposed tariff on steel import, citing national security concern. This move aimed to protect domestic steel produce and ensure by industry reliance. By doing so, the US government seeks to prevent dependency on foreign steel supply, which could be problematic during time of conflict or economic instability. However, these tariffs have had mixed outcome. While they have provided short-term benefit to domestic steel produce, they have also led to higher costs for downstream industry that rely on steel, such as automakers and construction companies. So this illustrates the trade-off involved in using protectionism measure for national security. So for another example is India defense industry. So India has implemented protectionism policies in its defense industry by imposing restrictions on foreign investment and import. This measure aim to promote indigenous production of defense equipment, ensuring that India is not overly dependent on foreign supply for its military needs. This strategy has bolstered India defend manufacturing capabilities, making the country more self-reliant. However, it also raised question about the efficiency and innovation with the domestic industry when shielded from international competition. So for the US, China trade relation, so the dynamic between the United States and China provide a broader context for understanding modern protectionism. So recent years have seen significant change in trade policy under President Trump and President Biden. President Trump broke from tradition by using national security and unilateral relation as a justify for imposing tariff on China. This marked a significant shift in U.S. trade policy, prioritizing national security over economic independence. So, despite criticism, federal court had Trump use of national security rationale for imposing tariff. This shift has continued under President Biden, reflecting a broader strategy to counter China economic competition and asymmetries. So trade decision, export control and sanctions have become tool this geopolitical rivalry. So for the conclusion is, in conclusion, while protectionism can achieve immediate national security goal by protecting vital industry, its long-term success is uncertainty and complex balancing protective policy with the need for global economic integration and innovation is crucial. As the example of the United States and India show, navigating toward a stable balance between national security and economic interest is vital for ensuring global peace and prosperity. So that's all for me. Thank you.
So, hi, my name is Devi Saidi, and I will explain about argument three, which is addressing trade imbalance. So, countries often resort to protectionist policies like tariff and quotas to address trade imbalance and protect domestic industries from foreign competition. However, this strategy can have negative economic consequences in the long run. So, in empirical example one, China implemented tariff on specific US goods in response to US tariff on Chinese imports. So these actions was taken to rectify the trade imbalance between the two countries, protect domestic industries and counter perceived unfair trade practices. And for empirical example two, Brazil utilized import quotas and select agriculture product to mitigate trade imbalance and shield local farmers from foreign competition. These quotas were designed to restrict the entry of cheaper imports, thereby supporting domestic agriculture production and fostering economic stability. So while protectionism can help domestic industries in the short term, most economists agree that it harms economic growth and welfare in the long run. So protectionist policies can causes higher prices and fewer choice for consumers and also inefficient use of resources. So trade imbalance are often due to larger economic factor like government spending and saving habit, not just trade policies. Tackling these underlying issues such as differences in saving and investment between countries may be more effective than protectionism. So, in summary, while protectionism is a common reaction to trade imbalance, it is not the best long-term solution. So, policymakers should think about the broader economic impact on look the other ways to promote balanced trade and economic growth. So that's all for me. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Today, I'm gonna present about the concept of protectionism and its unintended consequences on domestic economics. So we will look we'll look at some specific case study from the United States and India to understand the broader economic costs associated with tariff and other trade barriers. So what is protectionism? Refer to economic policy design to restrict import through tariff, quotas, and other barriers to protect domestic industry from foreign competition. The primary argument for protectionism is to save jobs and industry that might otherwise be outcompeted by cheaper or more efficient foreign producer. So the first one is United States tariff on washing machine. So in 2018, the United States implemented tariff ranging from 50% on imported washing machine and their component. The Trump administration contended that this measure was imperative to safeguard American employment in the domestic washing machine sector from international rivalry, particularly emanating from Samsung and LG manufacturing facilities in China and Thailand. Nevertheless, a study conducted by the Peterson Institute for International Economics revealed that although the tariff contribute to the creation of a small number of jobs in the washing machine industry, they result in financial burden of 1.5 billion for American consumer due to increases price. The imposition of tariff also result in employment reduction in sector that depend of cost-effective washing machine, such as laundry. The analysis conclude that for each job spent in the washing machine industry, the tariff resulted in a loss of 1,800 jobs. And we also can look at the India tariff on Chinese import. This is also one of the argument that that causes of free trade barrier. So the second one is the India has implemented taxes on many Chinese imports, such as electronic, toys, furniture, and car component, in order to save Indian manufacturing job and sector from being undermined by more affordable Chinese product. In 2018, India increased the tariff on Chinese mobile phone from 50% to 20% in order to provide assistance to its domestic smartphone industry. According to Feb2024, 2020, tariff of around 11,000 product increased under the US action. This protectionist measure result in similar retaliation from major trading partners of the United States, including China, European Union, Mexico, Russia, and Turkey. Among these nations, China lead the retaliation by imposing tariff of similar magnitude on the product imported from the US. The impact of trade war was felt immediately on the US and China as the trade volume plummeted significantly after the tariff. However, a 2019 study by the Indian Council of Research on International Economic Relations found that this tariff have limited impact on boosting domestic production or employment. The study have revealed that many Indian companies rely on imported Chinese component and machinery to manufacture their product. As a result, the tariff increased costs for this firm, making them less competitive in the global market. The paper analyzed the effect of trade war and implication on mutual trade partner like India. In that way, contribute to the recent literature or implication of trade protectionism. Feb2024, 2020 observed that US tariff on import and corresponding retaliatory tariff imposed by other major trading partner on US export result in moderation of import and export. According to the study, that the imposed tariff in the Indian mobile phone industry resulted in the creation of one job while causing the loss of 10 jobs in other business that rely on inexpensive import from China. This study suggests that although the tariffs were intended to safeguard employment in the smartphone industry, they had negative consequences for other area of the economy. The analysis determined that the tariff were ineffectual and expensive method of safeguarding employment, indicating that India will derive greater advantage from allocating resources to skill development, infrastructure, and innovation to augment these industrial competitions. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ani Hilmi, and I'm going to present about argument 5, which is economic self-sufficiency. So, protectionism aims to increase a country's economic self-sufficiency by reducing reliance on import. By protecting local industry, countries can assure steady supply of essential goods and reduce vulnerability to external shocks. Example of protectionism for economic self-sufficiency which is Japan used high tariff on imported rice to support local farmers and boost food security, while Russia limits imports of certain goods like food and medicine to reduce dependence on foreign suppliers. Next is the impact on global agriculture. So the impact is that wealthy countries such as USA, UK, agriculture subsidies and protections have historically lowered global price, harming farmers in developing nations. Developing countries have often taxed their own farmers, and this reduced their competitiveness and income. Next is policy reforms. So since the 1890s, many developing nations have reformed their trade and agriculture policies, improving conditions for their farmers. Some wealthy countries have also reduced their agriculture support, allowing for more fair competition in global markets. Next is the effect of protectionism on price and market stability. So protectionist policies can cause price volatility by shrinking the global market for agriculture products. While some reform have been made, significant difference in policy impact still exists between countries and commodities. Next is challenges of protectionism. While protectionism can boost economic self-sufficiency, it can also limit the access to foreign markets and technology, impeding the long-term growth of a country. Next, it can lead to inefficiency by shielding domestic industry from competition, resulting in higher consumer costs and stifling innovation. So, protectionism can help achieve economic self-sufficiency by supporting local industry and reducing import dependency. However, it can also lead to inefficiency, higher costs, and hinder long-term growth. So, policymakers must carefully balance these factors to achieve sustainable economic self-sufficiency. That's all from me. Thank you.